sometime in November, dear Joanne came up to us and said that, guys, what did you tell us?
I told Daniel. I said, I think you have to be a little bit more careful with my action scenes.
Yeah, and that was, we didn't know actually. We actually had, there's another scene, and then you were running and running and running. After that, I remember that scene with it. Something else was, we were running and running, and it was in another scene, not this one, where Au was running, and then you were running behind. And after that, I said that, oh, your husband can run very fast.
Yeah, I remembered when I was doing 1965, I actually found myself getting tired quite easily at the beginning, and I couldn't understand why, because I've always been very active and I've always, made sure that I lead a healthy lifestyle even though I'm busy filming. So when I was doing the movie and I actually felt tired easily, I'm like, this is not right, something's a bit strange. And of course I didn't know until kind of much later when I tested positive for pregnancy. So I so then and I was already in the midst of filming that scene where I had to run for my dear life without knowing that I was already carrying a baby. Was kind of, if you think about it, it's like
I think
I don't know. I don't know if I would have done it if I knew then.
Yeah, because I think we kind of shot that, and then
Yes, we
and then
did.
after that we realized it, and then after that we were a bit more careful.
Yeah, because those scenes that we did before I found out was really agonizing. It was not just
Sorry.
physically running, but it was a very big scene because there was a fire, there was burning, and there was a lot of emotional scenes. It was quite traumatic, But I'm glad the baby was still in the early stages, so probably it didn't affect the baby so much.
It's quite cool. I think should be a baby who have gone through 1965.
In a way, together with me.
Of course, myself and yourself, we haven't gone through 1965 because we are quite young. But I'm probably one of the most unnationalistic person, around. But making this film, I think it sort of stirs something in me. I don't know how has that affected you when it comes to that. This whole thing about nation and now having a child during this year, like quite cool.
I think everything happens for a reason. The reason why 1965 took so long, and the reason why it took me so long to find the love of my life, I think everything happens for a reason. And until I had to do this movie, I never had to question the sense of home. I don't know much about it because being a young Singaporean, it's like what everyone has said earlier, that you take it for granted that, okay, I'm born here, so this must be home. And so I actually turned to my husband for inspiration because he came from China and he had to find his sense of home here. And he told me that his sense of home is friends and family. And when he can find family here, whether they come in the form of a real blood connection kind of family or just friends, that is what gave him a sense of home. And I thought that was brilliant because it is very, very true. And that is how it is for Jo Jun. She has her friends who volunteer at the hospital, and she's got this guy who is willing to look after her, and they have work. I mean, they are running a coffee shop that's doing quite well. So actually she's got everything going for her, even though things are not so peaceful at that point in time. But why give up at that point in time, you see, without even trying? I think she's got this perseverance that I don't have, because I wasn't born at that time. I didn't have to go through all that. I didn't have to think about all that. So for me, the sense of home became a lot stronger after doing this movie and after having to be Jo Jun for a couple of months.